Well, if you're watching this review, that means I'm either behind schedule or made the mistake of thinking I can get a solo review out of a sports or idol series. So you're now watching my backup review. First up is 2018's Miss Caretaker Sunohara, which I watched after being prompted by this comment. So don't say I don't take suggestions. Hopefully what I say next was what you were hoping to hear me say. Miss Caretaker Sunohara is bad. The story's about Shina Aki, a young adolescent somewhere around 12, if I remember correctly, whose parents send him out to Tokyo to get an education at a better school. He's arranged to live at the Sunohara house, a dorm in Tokyo. But, because this is anime, there's a misunderstanding and his application was mistaken for a girl's. Now he has to live with the 3 other crazy girls that live there, on top of the beautiful and handsy caretaker of the lodge, Aiko Sunohara. Shina also has the goal of finally becoming, in his own words, a man among men. Tired of being mistaken for a girl, being told that he's cute, and being forced to cross-dress by his insane sister. The series boils down to Shina being put in 2 types of situations. The first are situations where he tries to be manly but ends up being seen as cute or forced to cross-dress. Call me biased, but I don't really get much out of these situations, as the haha men can't be cute and must be manly at all times is a bit ridiculous and unhealthy. Like, I understand Japan has a different view of gender and how it views ranking them, but I think we can progress beyond haha boy is wearing a dress. But his opinions on cross-dressing and masculinity are a mere window dressing to the much bigger issues the series has. This is apparent in situation number 2, moments where the older girls in the series want to turn him into their boy toy. Like, his roommates are middle schoolers, so their awkward interactions can be excused. The high schoolers, like Miss Sunohara's younger sister Nana, less so. But maybe you can argue, well, they're still first years, so it's not that bad. Alright, what about Miss Sunohara herself? Look, she can be his sexual awakening, that's fine. He can even have a crush on her and misunderstand her being nice to him as more than what it is. That's fine. I'm sure there are plenty of people who have been in that situation, and they moved on as they grew up. But her making advances on him? That's a big no-no, because that is pedophilia. I don't care how much of a pushback I'll get. Sunohara has a strict issue with this, and ignoring it is doing a disservice to the industry, because boy, it still has a problem with it. I don't care about the moments of her helping him grow as a person and realizing he's fine how he is, because at the end of the day, she's trying to seduce a minor. As you can't look at what she's doing and pretend that there isn't something more to what she's doing. Your intention of telling a story that it's fine not to be the stereotypical male is sound, but you coded it in a load of problematic horny energy that wasn't necessary. Maybe you're just looking for a big boob girl and can turn a blind eye to the issue. I feel more people need to look deeper and see the very problematic parts of series like this and learn from it. But let's move on from that negativity and cover a series that does a similar story but does it well. I'm talking about 2016's terribly named Shonen Maid. It literally just translates to boy maid. So initially I was worried I was entering another case of let's just milk the joke of a boy in a dress and being weird about kids, but as previously stated, the series actually turns out very well. The story is about Chihiro, an elementary student who recently lost his mother and has moved to his rich uncle Madoka's mansion. His uncle is a fashion designer. Think a less campy Aoyama from Fruits Basket and you basically have Madoka. But Chihiro is a bit of a neat freak, so he helps cleans the mansion, decides that he wants to help clean the mansion full time, as he wants to earn his living, even though his uncle would be glad to spoil him. But you can tell that Madoka, while a bit eccentric, realizes that this is helping Chihiro cope, so he lets him do it as long as he wears the apron he made for him. While Chihiro isn't happy about the frills he put on it, he wears it anyway, as it makes Madoka happy he's using something he made. I really like this dynamic between the two. I like that Chihiro is responsible but still a kid. The episodes featuring him being scared by horror film, getting excited about Christmas, or recruiting his friends to help finish chores so they can go out and play. All are great examples of him just, being a kid. While Madoka is more laid back, he's still a great parental figure. You see it a lot in how he interacts with Chihiro, that he really cares and sees him as his own child. This even ties in with the B plot of the series, of Madoka healing the damaged relationship he has with his own mother. There's also the side characters, all of which I think are fun. While none of them has received a extended storyline, I think they all do well in supporting the overarching narrative, especially the other kid characters, as they, act like actual kids. I especially like to point out the OVA, where one of Chihiro's girlfriends go through the process of trying to make him a Valentine's gift. But I compliment the series for just being wholesome in general. It has a great kid character, a great duo dynamic, and it's just very relaxing to watch. So check it out if you need some wholesome content to distract from the stress of the world. Also, if you're looking for an example of how to write kid characters or coming of age stories, watch Shonen Maid and avoid Sunohara.